Hey internet, another quick one for you today. Someone on the disc golf form check page on the Facebooks was asking a question about. They said, okay, so I fan grip, everything's groovy, it just comes out exactly where I want it, hits my lines. Maybe the distance isn't the best, but it works. Then I switch to a power grip, and the disc goes too far right. Why? And they thought it was maybe a psychological thing that like they're doing something different with it. And I was like, nope, it's not psychological. It is entirely physical. So what's happening is a fan grip is pretty easy for the disc to pull out. So there's this thing in planetary physics called ejection speed. You have to be going, no, escape velocity is what it's called in space. Uh, this thing has to be going fast enough, has to be accelerating fast enough that it gets pulled out of my hand. Disc golf does not work on releasing. We don't want to let go. We want the thing to rip out of the hand. That's what makes consistency. So with a fan grip, your grip is overcome by the acceleration of the disc relatively easily. When you put all of your fingers on the rim, you have a lot better grip. It's a lot harder to pull that out. So if you don't change your swing mechanics and you have this nice ejection point on a fan grip, and then you say, okay, well, I want it to go farther, so I'm going to power grip, and you don't change anything else, the point at which the disc is going to get ripped out of your hand requires much more velocity, which is generated much later. And that's a cue to where your actual hit point should be. It should be further right. So you should move the whole assembly this way so that your hit point is here to make the disc go that way. That's a different video. So that's what's happening. If you don't change your swing mechanics and you're not getting enough spike, then it's not going to eject right. So spike is if I swing like this and my arm stays straight the whole time, the force, the centrifugal force on the hammer is the same at all points. There's no point where it's any more likely to eject than any other point, and I have to release it intentionally. That's not what we want. As soon as I start breaking my elbow in the back, then I'm compressing this big arc into this new little arc, and I get acceleration where the big circle gets choked up here, and then the little circle happens faster. Plus the whole whip mechanics thing, which we don't need to talk about. But the braking creates the ejection point. Breaking your elbow creates the hit point. So here, if I just swing like this, there's no hit point, and the force on the disc is always the same. But if I break my elbow, boom, then there's a point where the acceleration consistently gets higher. The disc speed consistently gets higher. The centrifugal force consistent. I can't talk, dude. The centrifugal force consistently gets higher. I've been watching too many David Weck videos. That's the problem. You have a consistent ejection point because whip crack. So if you don't have enough whip crack to overcome your new super strong power grip, then the disc is going to go that way. It's going to go really far, but it's going to go the wrong direction. So someone suggested a backloaded power grip, which is kind of really what I was using for the longest time. It works. Fan grip works because your ejection is more consistent. It requires less force to overcome the grip. A backloaded fan or a backloaded power grip is kind of one step up. And then a power grip, or like I throw kind of a modified power grip where I'm not like getting my finger pads on the rim. I'm kind of putting the crease of my fingers on the rim. So it's a modified power grip. So I am trying to get my first three fingers on the rim, but I'm not trying to get them like on the rim, because when I do that, it causes finger pain for me. So I compromise distance a little bit and have a lower speed ejection point that is more consistent for me. So hopefully that clears that up for folks. If your power grip makes you throw right, it's because you need to level up your hit point and have more elbow drive or have more brace power to force that ejection to be where you're used to having it be. Good luck. Hit your gaps.